Hi students, today we are going to learn the modifications of leaves. There are some modifications, some of the plant's leaves has. About that, let us learn today. Modifications of leaves. Number 1, leaf tendril. Number 2, leaf spines. 3, pylode. 4, hooks. 5, scale leaves. 6, insectivorous plants. These are the modifications on the some of the plant's leaf size. Okay, that is to do some extra function for the plant, for their growth. So let us see one by one. The first one is leaf tendril. The first modification is leaf tendril. Now what is leaf tendril? Can you see this diagram? Here it's a plant showing, okay. The leaf tendril, this is called leaf tendril. In some weak stem plants, either whole leaf or leaflets modified into a coiled structure, that is called leaf tendril. Whichever object it is touching to it, and then it coiled around it, and it gives supports to the plant to grow or to climb up. That is the function of this leaf tendril. What is leaf tendril? In a weak stem plant, example, bitter gourd or a pea plant. In bitter gourd, you can see, you call it Karela. This plant has leaf tendril. Either whole leaf or the leaflets turned or modified into leaf tendril to support the plant to climb up. Whichever object is touched to it coil around it. For Karela plant or bitter gourd plant, what we do? We give support to the plant to climb up. So there, this leaf tendril coil around the support, and then it helps the plant to climb up. That is what the leaf tendril does. Second modification of leaf is leaf spines. Leaf spines. Leaf spines. Can you see this? This is a cactus plant. Okay. This plant has a green fleshy stem. This is the stem of the plant, and it has branch, and its leaves are modified into spines. They are very hard and pointed. These spines, the function of this spine is to not to lose the water from the plant. It doesn't allow the plant to lose too much of water from it. It allows the plant to conserve water in it. Second function is to protect the plant from the animals. Animals graze the plants. So, as soon as animals comes near to this plant, they get hurt by these spines. So, they will not eat this. That is the second function of these spines. The modification of leaves, the second modification is leaf spines. As I told, this is a cactus plant, and it has a main stem, then branches, and then it has spines. It leaves modified into hard pointed, they are very sharp, okay, pointed this spines. This will help the plant to conserve water or not to lose too much of water from the plant. Then it helps the plant to be safe from the animals. Animals will not eat this plant because of these spines. When they come near, when these animals comes near to this plant, then animals get hurt by these spines, so they don't eat. That is how it helps the plant to grow. Third modification of leaf is phyllodes. Here in this diagram you can see this is phyllodes and here it is leaflets. Laminae is subdivided into small segments. They are called leaflets that we already studied. And here the petiole of the leaf. This petiole broadened into a green flat like structure. Green and flat structure, that is called phyllodes. This phyllodes helps the plant to conserve water in it. It doesn't allow the water to lose or to reduce water from the plant. That is what the function of phyllodes. In the previous modification, that is, we learned leaf tendril and leaf spine. In that, leaf itself is modified into this structure, but here the petiole of the leaf is turned into phyllodes or modified into phyllodes. That is what the difference here. In that previous modification, in both the modifications, the whole leaf or leaflets modified into those spine or leaf tendril. But here the petiole of the leaf modified into phyllodes, and that helps the plant not to lose water or to conserve water in the leaf. That is what it does. The fourth modification of leaves is hooks. Here in this diagram you can see the hook. This looks like cat's claws. See, these are called hooks. These are leaflets. See, here also hooks. This will help the plant to climb up. This will have a grip on the support and then it helps the plant to climb up. That is the function of these hooks. It looks like cat's claws. The fifth modification of leaves is scale leaves. This is a ginger and its leaves. They are dry, sometimes they are dry, thin, some leaves are fleshy and thick. These leaves, they protect the buds of the stem. Okay, the function of this kind of leaves, scale leaves, it protect the buds of the stem. That is what it does. This is a ginger scale leaves. Now the sixth modification of leaves, the sixth number is insectivorous plants. This is one of the insectivorous plant. This is called pitcher plant. Pitcher, P-I-T-C-H-E-R, pitcher, pitcher plant. Okay, this is the diagram of pitcher plant. In this you can see leaf base, then petiole, leaf blade. This is leaf blade and this is leaf apex. This is the diagram of pitcher plant. This leaf apex is modified into a lid. You can see here it's like lid. And this leaf blade is modified into a pitcher. Okay. Now, in this plant, nitrogen content is very less. Nitrogen is very less in this plant. So, since nitrogen is very less and it is essential for the formation of protein which helps to grow the plant, this trap the insects. This plant, since it is nitrogen is very less and so the protein also is less. To get sufficient protein, it traps the insects in the leaf blade and leaf apex will close the leaf blade in the pitcher and then it digests it and get the nitrogen and then it form the protein for the plant. Then it grows. That is how this pitcher plant does. Under insectivorous plant, we already learned about pitcher plant. Now next one is Atricularia or bladderwort. Bladderwort. This plant's name is bladderwort or Atricularia. In this, its leaves are highly segmented and modified into sac-like structure. Sac-like. It has an opening. It's like look like bladder or a sac-like. So in this, when the insects comes inside it, it has an opening. Through that opening, insects goes inside, and then with the help of enzyme, it digests it, and that is what this sac-like structure does. This is also one of the insectivorous plant. For its growth, it does this. These insects enter through this opening, and with the help of enzyme, it digests the insect and then it grows. That is how this plant grows. Under insectivorous, the third one is the Venus flytrap. This plant is Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap. Okay, this is how it looks. See, this is leaf blade. This part is leaf blade. This leaf blade is divided into two parts. This leaf blade is divided into two parts. Okay, leaf blade. And then this is midrib. This is midrib of this leaf. And it acts like a hinge. You know, hinge of the door. It will help to open and close the hinge of the door, windows and all. So the same way this will help the leaf blade to close and open. Close and open like this. Okay. So as soon as insects comes inside the or on the leaf blade, okay, as soon as insects comes on the leaf blade, it closes like this. The leaf blade will close. With the help of this marginal teeth, these are called marginal teeth. Okay, it interlock the leaf blade by the marginal teeth, and then this plant will release digestive juice. With the help of that digestive juice, this insect will digest inside the leaf blade, and that is how this Venus flytrap will grow. In the vegetative propagation of leaf, here I have taken example bryophyllum leaf. Okay, in this bryophyllum leaves are broad. These bryophyllum leaves are very broad and it has notches on the margin. These are leaf margin. It has notches on the margin. From these notches, the buds will start growing, or there are buds on the notches. From the buds, the new plant will grow. And these buds are called epiphyllous buds. These buds are called epiphyllous buds. From these buds, the new plant will grow. The bryophyllum leaves are very broad and on the margin of the leaves, notches are there. From these notches, on the notches there are buds. These buds are called epiphyllous buds. From the buds, the new plant will grow. Same like begonia leaves also. From these leaves, the new plants grows. Once the new plant grows, then we can remove those plants and put it in the soil, and then we can grow in another as another plant. It will get roots and the new leaves will come from that new plant. That is how these leaves propagate. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Press the bell icon to stay tuned.